Why you don't need SEO. Wait, what? Hey, I'm Sam Dunning, co-owner over at webchoiceuk.com and host of the Top 100 Marketing Podcast, Business Growth Show. You might think this is totally counterintuitive as I talk about growing your business with SEO, with websites, with digital marketing all the time, but bear with me until the end and you'll see where I'm going with this. All right, so I'm going to share 10 reasons why you don't need SEO. But first of all, let's have a quick explanation of what SEO means. So SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. And in simple terms, it is the process of getting your website to page one of Google's organic search results. So not the paid listings. So you've got Google ads at the top and the bottom if you do a desktop search. And in between that, you've got the juicy organic non-paid listings. Why do people do SEO? Well, typically it might be because they want to reduce their ad spend over time. They want to build up their brand, their reputation, and most importantly, they want to drive more free traffic to their site, generate more sales revenue, leads, and build their brand. So with that said, let's jump into point one. Well, why wouldn't you do SEO? Well, it's not instant. Unlike Facebook ads, Google ads, sponsored ads, it's typically a long-term strategy. It may be faster if you're a small business operating in quite a small area and you don't have much competition. But if you're a business operating nationally, or you're in quite a competitive industry, or you're even serving internationally, then typically you're talking several months to see decent results. It can be 6 months onwards. So it's something you need to bear in mind is a long-term process to bear the fruits of your labor. Number two, it does require work on your website. So SEO typically requires on-site work initially. Once you've agreed with your partner or yourself that you're working with SEO on the keywords you want to actually target, you need to do things on your website. So whether that is, there's a recent update Google rolled out called Google Core Web Vitals. So that's things like making sure your website has a mobile first design. So it works awesome on mobile. So it loads really fast, a really good page speed. So it's nice and quick. Other things like sorting out your metadata, your page titles, heading tags, your alt image tags, and all that technical stuff that needs to be done on your website, as well as the content on your website, is all going to need work to get your SEO strategy and your foundation before you're doing off-site work, before you start jumping into building backlinks, content distribution, and all that good stuff. You need to make sure your website has a solid foundation for the search terms you want to target. And ultimately, it's providing a great experience for users. Thirdly, you will need to create content. So as part of SEO, content's a big thing. So that could be service pages and information pages on your website. It could be blog articles. It could be press releases off of your site. It could be infographics. It could be videos. All these different types of content of media you'll need to create on your website and distribute off of your website to get the best SEO results possible. So it's going to need time from yourself or your agency on that. Number four, well, SEO is going to increase your traffic. And if you don't want more traffic to your website, that's quite a scary thought, right? Yeah, a bit of a joke. But yeah, certainly over time, it's going to drive more people to your site. If you're getting closer to page one, you're going to get more visitors. Number five, your sales team may go into absolute shock when an inbound lead comes through a website. I've spoken to many business owners over the years, and many websites are just static. So once we start SEO, once we get into it, once we start doing that work on the website and off the website, we start doing all these strategies that are going to boost up your rankings. That's when the good stuff happens, when you start getting more traffic and when the leads start coming in. And at 6, you're going to have to invest time learning it yourself. So you're going to have to read a bunch of guides, literature, video guides, whatever it may be, to learn all the processes of SEO from start to ongoing and best practices. Or you're going to have to hire a company or a freelancer to do the work for you. At 7, your brand may become well recognized. So you're going to get, with SEO, it becomes reputation. So a lot of people now are aware, when you do a Google search, a lot of people know what are paid ads and they know that companies are paying for those. So more people than ever are clicking the organic results, the SEO results, because they know that brands are simply paying per click, and they place more brand confidence, I guess, on those that are in the non-paid organic listings. And with that, if people constantly see your company name coming up when they do a search, it's going to improve your brand visibility and your trust. And at 8, if you're spending a lot of money on ads, over time, SEO can help you reduce that spend, which is going to be a shame if you love paying TV stations, radio stations, Facebook ads, sponsored ads, and all that good stuff. But if you like saving money over time, SEO is going to help you out. Number 9, you may need to upgrade your hosting. With all this new traffic that you get over time, you might need to upgrade your storage, your memory, your bandwidth on your hosting to cope with all the visitors. It's a bit of an extra expense, but ultimately, if your site's generating you revenue, can't be too bad, I guess. Number 10. So one of my big issues, the final point with SEO, is that there is a lot of BS in the industry. So having done this probably 10 plus years or so now, there's many consultants, many agencies that try and bamboozle, try and confuse you into buying SEO, try and use all this technical jargon on your website, off your website, all these kind of large words, and basically confuse people into buying, which something I hate. I mean, ultimately, if you're going to deal with a person outside your company to do SEO, you need to make sure they understand your business, they understand how you make money or what you want to get out of the SEO campaign, whether that's building your brand, your website traffic, generating more leads, generating more customers, where you are right now and where you need to get to in, say, 12 months of the campaign, and making sure they take the time to understand you rather than force a solution or confuse you to buy. And there we have it. Those are the 10 reasons not to do SEO. As you've probably seen, a lot of this is a bit of a joke, a bit of a parody with some serious points. But I hope that's given you a better idea of some of the advantages SEO can actually bring to the table long term to grow your business and grow your sales. If you enjoyed this episode, as always, do hit that subscribe button. And with that, I shall catch you on the next one.